This morning, deadly storm emergency. A police warning to stay home and off the roads as Sydney is battered by torrential rain. Queensland residents told to flee as crews brace for firestorm conditions. And Victoria's Liberal leader Matthew Guy quits after a disastrous election. Good morning. A weather emergency is unfolding in Sydney as we go to air. Torrential rain has caused flash flooding across the city and surrounding regions. One person has been killed in a two-vehicle crash at Thornleigh. Major roads are closed, plunging the morning commute into chaos. And with 90 millimetres of rain falling in just 3 hours, it's officially Sydney's worst November storm in 44 years. Let's check in now with 7 News meteorologist David Brown on how much longer this storm is going to last.
Mike, I think this storm will see out the day. As you can see, we've still got extensive thunderstorms sitting here off the Sydney coast. We've had huge storms rumbling across the metro area as well. This low is about to develop right here, just off the central coast of New South Wales. Radar sequence, you can see the frequent showers and storms that have been moving through over the past few hours. More than 106 millimetres of rain has fallen in Sydney City. That's the highest November total since 1984. It's an intense storm, and we're also expecting strong to gale force east to southeasterly winds to kick in early this afternoon. The reason why? That low is going to wind up off the Hunter coast, and we'll see these vigorous southerlies pushing through with gusts exceeding 90 kilometres per hour, and again frequent showers and more storms just rumbling through. So a lot more rain and some wild winds are on the way for the next 6 to 12 hours, but we should see some improvement tomorrow as the low moves out to sea and gradually runs out of puff.
Victorian Liberal leader Matthew Guy has quit following a disastrous state election on the weekend. Mr Guy has released a statement saying the party will elect a new leader and he won't be a candidate. The Liberals suffered huge losses in Victoria, raising concerns for the party at next year's federal election. Next in 7 News, we take a look at the day's finance news. Dicing with death, the risks migrants are taking to reach the coast of England. And shattered by snow, how ice from an overpass cracked this man's windscreen.
She did everything to stop this interview from airing.
Be careful what you say.
Since little Kitty Sullivan vanished from Aussie TV, Susan Hannaford's life's taken strange twists. Even Hollywood couldn't dream up.
Everything has worked out beautifully.
$14 million went missing.
Oh, well, I understand that. That's different.
Do you have difficulty, Susan, with telling the truth?
See the Sunday night interview like no other.
Do you have difficulty with your IQ?
Cancer conwoman Belle Gibson is facing jail time after failing to pay $410,000 in fines. The 27-year-old was found guilty of misleading and deceptive conduct in September last year. She duped consumers with false claims she had cured her brain cancer with healthy eating. Gibson has until December 11 to respond to the federal court notice. To Finance Now, and joining me is Bill Evans, Global Head of Economics at Westpac. Morning, Bill. How has our market responded to a positive lead from Wall Street?
Yes, Mike, a nice, good, positive lead for Wall Street, where they're becoming few and far between. As you know, since early October, US is down by 1%, and we're down by 10%, and we're down by about 7.5%. So it's been a tale of woes. But the US is up by 0.5% today. Healthcare stocks up 1.6%, and resources down by 1%. We're only flat because our resources are a much more important part of our index, and that's why the end of the week, on the weekend, when President Trump meets Chairman Xi, it'll be very important to see whether we can get some trade.
Thanks, Bill. Bill Evans from Westpac. A 3-year-old girl is among 9 people rescued trying to reach the UK in a rubber dinghy at night. They were spotted in the English Channel off the coast of Dover with one torch between them. 2 families were crammed on board as they tried to cross the world's busiest shipping lane. Dashcam has captured the moment ice was pushed from an overpass onto the road below, shattering a driver's windscreen. A plough was clearing the pile of snow and ice off the road in Michigan when it fell onto Kevin Hoffer's car, leaving large cracks in the glass. He wasn't injured. Next in 7 News, all the latest sport, including a Hollywood star turns up at an AFL club's training session, and final auditions for test spots ahead of next week's series opener against India.
The real-life Mary Poppins bag. Fit twice as much into half the size. Why it's the must-have for travel. On Sunrise tomorrow.
Checking the weather now, an intense low continues to dump heavy rain and whip up wild winds over eastern parts of New South Wales. Around the capitals, improving in Sydney tomorrow, a few clearing showers, 22 degrees. Perth, sunny and 27. And that's 7 News to now. We'll keep you up to date throughout the day. I'm Mike Amor. Thanks for your company. Have a great day.